Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dial SWGOH Tactics. In today's video, we're going to go over Hunter's Kit, and we'll give you my thoughts on the new character coming to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I don't know. I got kind of a mixed bag feelings on this one. Let's go over them. Hunter. Now, this character was discovered through a puzzle by Crumb. It took the puzzle masters about 5 hours, a little over 5 hours, I think, to solve this puzzle. And revealed to us what's coming for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, at least through April. Now, here's the fancy graphic, that you saw in the thumbnail of this video. So, Hunter, he's the Bad Batch, and all the Bad Batch are coming. At least the 4 that were part of the Bad Batch at the beginning of Clone Wars Season 7, sorry. The first 4-episode arc, there was the big strong guy, Hunter, who was the leader. There was the techie, and then there was the sniper. Can't remember their names, but those are the 4 we're probably getting right here. As you see, they are on a release cadence. I don't know if you recall, but General Grievous, when they reworked the droids, we got a similar thing, I do believe, with Grievous. I think Droideka was given a release cadence, and I can't remember what else. Something. But I'm pretty sure it was the Separatist droids that also had a release cadence. So, he's Bad Batch, he's a leader, he's a attacker, clone trooper, and he's Galactic Republic. So, I'm assuming Bad Batch is going to be where all the synergy comes in, but there is some synergy with clone troopers. New faction of the game, yeah. Oddly enough, it's kind of weird in my opinion that there's only 4. You notice how we only got 4 Imperial Remnant as well? Like, that's just weird to only release 4 characters. Like, I get it. You can run Imperial Troopers with Imperial Remnant. You can run Clone Troopers with Bad Batch. Like, I don't know why they're doing that. Seems kind of janky to me, but whatever. Helps the Bad Batch allies focus on their primary target and grants multiple buffs to his allies. So, first character, the next character is going to be April 8th, April 15th, and April 29th. Nowhere in here does it say they're going to be released on those days. It could just be kit reveals. Like you see here, it says character reveal. I don't know if these icons mean anything, but we don't know. We might not get these guys until May. Like, April might just be kit releases. And I hope so. I kind of hope that is. I hope the Bad Batch doesn't start getting released till May, because I would like to see another Mandalorian come out in April. I would like to see another Imperial Remnant come out in April. Stretch those marquees out. Give us something to farm for a while. That's a lot of stuff for the whales, though. They're going to be making a buttload of money on the whales with all these character releases. So, Hunter, Alignment Light. So we already know his tags. Who subtly destroys his enemies. So, well, you know, there's nothing really subtle about throwing a knife to the head. So, his basic combat prowess. And you notice how Rex and Cody are in here. I really hope, and this might be a false hope, I really hope that I can use Cody with this team. And I'm just going to pull up my Cody on the other screen here. Show you guys. Not Bo-Katan. Alright, Clone Troopers. Because I got Cody relicked with the Zeta, although you're probably not going to use his leadership. But, like, this might be nice. Call all clone allies, and all the Bad Batch members are going to be clone allies. And a random ally to assist, that means nothing. It's going to be all clones. These assists deal 40% less damage. And each time an assist scores a critical hit, reduce the cooldown of this ability by 1. So, it could be on a 1-turn cooldown if all 5 score a critical hit. Or maybe it goes down to 2 if it only counts 4 allies. But, interesting. I'm going to keep Cody in mind. This one, too. It's a stun. Well, it can be a stun. Yeah, this ability's not that great. Really, this 2/12th attack is the good stuff. What does his basic do? Gain 20% turn meter and gain an additional blah 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 and blah 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 and blah blah blah. Okay, so getting his turn meter on basic. So keep that in mind. Let's head back to Hunter. So Hunter's basic. And also keep in mind that Cody would be calling in this basic. Deal physical damage to the target enemy and expose them for 2 turns. If target enemy was debuffed, attack again. Okay. So say Cody calls him in. Everybody's going to be attacking. He's going to proc and expose, but then wherever that is, it's going to eventually, you know. So it's going to do a lot, actually decent damage from his basic. So his basic, physical damage, expose. And if debuffed, throw it again, which is going to proc another expose. Special 1, cooldown of 3. So, final text, clone trooper allies. So that's all clones. That's not Bad Batch. So far, all clones. Clone trooper allies. And as you see here, Rex and Cody get stealth. Gain evasion up, which is annoying. If everyone remembers the Old Ben brief meta, when Old Ben and Dooku were meta. And then the Maul meta. A lot of people hated the Maul meta because of, you know, it was just... Evasion seems like a very cheap mechanic. And stealth for 2 turns. Then deal physical damage to all enemies. So an AoE, giving evasion up and stealth to his allies, and then an AoE to all enemies. If Hunter was already stealthed, all Bad Batch allies gain crit chance up and offense up. So that's right there. Only Bad Batch allies gain crit chance up and offense up. You see, let's see in the graphic. Doesn't show it here, but these guys will get the stealth, but not the crit and offense up. So then, obviously, if there's a way to reduce, because this is a cooldown of 3. So it says right here, if he was already stealth, which almost tells me there's got to be some kind of other stealth mechanics at play here. Because they only get stealth for 2 turns, and this is a cooldown of 3. Special 2, finish what we started again. Rex. Oh, I guess they don't really want to show us the other clone or Bad Batch people in here yet, so it makes sense that maybe these 2 are placeholders. But Rex and Cody were also with the Bad Batch in those first 4 episodes of Season 7. So this is his second special. Inflict expose on target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be evaded. So this is a turn meter swap with target other clone ally, so any clone. But if they were Bad Batch, they ignore taunt and inflict stun for 1 turn on their target enemy during that turn. Okay, so inflict expose on target enemy. So he's gonna point at someone. You're gonna select, select like Droideka, and then you're gonna swap turn with a clone ally. So this seems like it kind of is redundant. They ignore taunt because you're initially going to only be able to attack or target someone that is either taunting, or if there's no taunt, then anybody. So this seems like it doesn't make much sense. You turn meter swap with a clone trooper, and then if it was a Bad Batch, then the Bad Batch person, I guess, gets to go, right? Because that's kind of how, if you think like Resistance hero Finn, you know, he's got 100% turn meter. He swaps his turn with somebody else, and then they get to go. So I guess that makes sense. You pick somebody, and it'll be interesting to see the other kits, which will probably, because usually when you are running Resistance hero Finn, you'll swap with Poe. So there's got to be somebody that is more beneficial. But then, like, say you call Cody. You see how I'm, like, hammering it in there? I really want to get some use out of my relic Cody. Then he doesn't get to ignore taunt, but he gets to call an assist. But he doesn't get to stun, so the stun might be beneficial too. This stun can't be evaded. Okay, cool. So really, we're gaining 2 little bits of Bad Batch synergy so far. 1, on the stealth move, where they're going to get crit chance up and offense up. And then 2, with this turn meter swap, they're going to get to ignore taunt and stun. His leader, only Bad Batch, here we go, only Bad Batch allies have plus 35% max health, max protection, and a lot of potency. Which is kind of nice, because you're going to be able just to load them up with offense crosses. Don't need potency, which is kind of nice. Unless they are like a Canderous Ordo and they start with like 5% potency. When Bad Batch allies, and only Bad Batch allies, use an ability while they have defense up, we don't know where that defense up is coming from yet. They deal true damage to all enemies, which is nice. While Bad Batch allies have evasion up, which they get from Hunter. They have 50% crit avoidance, which makes them a little bit more tankier, which is nice, given that he's already going to beef up their max health, max protection, and potency. But this max health, max protection might really, the health, okay, it's going to be nice that they benefit from that. But one of these guys is going to be a tank, and it's going to be the big brawler dude, whoever that is. I can't remember his name. He'll benefit from that 50% critical avoidance for sure. When using an ability against a target locked enemy. So now there we go. We need a character that can provide target lock. Which target locks only ever come from a droid. And they very well could, one of those 4 could be Echo, who is, like Grievous, kind of a droid now. Although Vader doesn't have the droid tag. It's just weird. Maybe the sniper can apply target lock. One of these characters that are releasing is gonna apply target lock. Otherwise, we don't have any light side droid. Well, no. I think, what is it? The Old Republic droid can do target lock, and that's a light side droid. But there's no synergy there. I'm hoping target lock comes from the sniper. When using an ability against a target locked enemy, Bad Batch allies can't be countered, which is really, really nice, because maybe this will be another CLS counter, because as of now, with the CLS team, it's either like Galactic Legends or Grievous with Newt or Gas. Right? But we know that Grievous with Newt can go badly. There's a little bit of RNG there. And Gas can even fail. Shouldn't fail, but I've seen it fail. Not me, I've never failed. So, can't be countered when they're attacking a target locked enemy, that's nice. When damaging an enemy with Expose, and there's a lot of Expose going around just from Hunter. Bad Batch allies remove 50% turn meter from that enemy. Okay, so let's think about Cody again here. He calls in an AoE. Hunter's gonna go. He's gonna apply Expose. Then that Expose is gonna get procced. So that enemy's gonna remove 50% turn meter. So there is some turn meter manipulation in this kit. Having Rex on this team might even be more beneficial, because then you get the turn meter up, the turn meter gain, and the turn meter removal. Doubled for droid and separatist allies. Part of me thinks that maybe this team is just going to be one of those 4-4 or 4 waves out of 4 waves in light side territory battles. And that'd be unfortunate if this team was just for that. But we know how well troopers do in dark side territory battles. I think Arnold just released a video saying that Imperial Remnant also did really well in dark side territory battles. So maybe this isn't going to be, maybe this, if this team is only kill CLS, kill Grievous, and do well in light side territory battles, I'm fine with that. Doubled for separatist enemies and droids. Excludes raid bosses and Galactic Legends. Yes, we know. Which can't be evaded or resisted. So the turn meter cannot be evaded or resisted, which is nice. So there is also in his special. Okay, so he gains Expose possibly 2 times, because he can attack again if it was debuffed. So there's 2 Exposes. And then right here, deal physical damage to all enemies if... Oh, yeah. Well, I thought there was another Expose. Maybe it's this one right here. Yeah. So his special 2 inflicts Expose on a target, which is kind of cool. And then you're immediately turn meter swapping over to your Bad Batch ally. It has to be... Well, it doesn't have to be Bad Batch, but your clone ally. And then when they proc that Expose, they're going to reduce 50% turn meter. But... is it only Bad Batch? Yes, it is only Bad Batch allies that can remove that turn meter. So, yeah. Well, part of me hopes that it's a full 5-man Bad Batch team, but part of me thinks that we're going to be using one of these other clones that we don't use on that team. Because I think there's going to... They said there's going to be 6 marquees coming out. There's 4. And then if they give us another Mandalorian for the Bo-Katan team, if they give us like another Imperial Remnant for the Moff Gideon team, that would kind of round out all the teams. And I would like a use case for Cody. I know, it's maybe probably wishful thinking on my part, but already just seeing his kit, I'm optimistic. I can only hope that the other Bad Batch clones bring a lot to the table as well. The tank, the beefy brawler dude, is probably going to give the defense up. Right when he taunts, it's probably going to be taunt to gain defense up. Or maybe, hopefully it's like a Sith Trooper. Like, I would love another auto taunter. Specifically a light side auto taunter. Because Dark Side has Shore Trooper and Sith Empire Trooper. I guess we do have 2. We got Baze. Boo. We got Baze. And then we got L3. So. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks cool. We'll see. We have to be seen. We'll do this again on April 8th once we get the next character release, and we'll see how this faction shapes out. Until then, work on that Imperial Remnant, work on those Mandos guys, because it seems like they're going to be hammering us with marquees, and I would hate for anybody to fall behind. All right. Till next time. Hope you enjoyed this new segment. I usually don't go over kits. Catch you in the next one, guys. Later.